Hello and welcome. Welcome to season 3 of Visit Lauderdale's Stay, Play, Dine virtual webinar series. And speaking of seasons, we are in my favorite season here in Greater Fort Lauderdale with weather that has been glorious. In fact, it's the kind of weather that calls for al fresco dining. And I think if you look at our partners that have joined us today and see behind them, you can see it is in fact gorgeous weather. And so today we are featuring Tastytravels. Apparently you're all hungry for this information as we had over 200 advisors register for this episode. Yay. And we thank each of you that have joined us today. This is a new number for us. So we are excited to have our local partners live and on location, as you can see, to tell you more about exploring and appreciating the culture and environment of Greater Fort Lauderdale through cuisine. My name is Tracy Vaughn, and I am the Senior VP of Global Leisure Sales at Visit Lauderdale. And joining me today from our leisure team are today's co-host, Caitlin Etchfers. Hi, Caitlin. She is going to be our foodie guru today, and Gabriel Martinez will be our techie guru. So food and travel, what's not to love? It's two of my passions, and I suspect the same for many of you as well. Food is our common ground, an essential part of our life and community, and certainly a universal experience. And I don't have to tell you, frequently a major travel motivator. How often when you think of a memory of a favorite place that you love to travel to, does that memory involve something around food, which touches all of our senses? Our food-related experience while traveling certainly can shape our journey and define our memories. So today, we are going to take a deep dive into Greater Fort Lauderdale's food scene. And as I've said in so many of these webisodes, we are a destination of people with diverse backgrounds, cultures, and you guessed it, cuisines. So I would like to welcome and introduce today's presenters. We have Danielle Cordo and Chef Kevin Baker from the Sonesta, Fort Lauderdale. Hi, guys. We have Nicole King and Tatiana Laura of the Ritz Carlton, Fort Lauderdale, and Chris Harrington of Paddle Pub. Thank you so much for joining us today. And I am now going to turn it over to Gabe, who will share some housekeeping notes for our newbies. Thank you.
Thank you, Trace. And I see that I'm standing between you and this lunch of a webinar that we have for you. So I'll make it brief. Of course, if you have been with us before, you know how this works, but if you haven't, welcome. And the idea is, even though you have a slide somewhere on your screen, you also have our partners' cameras on. And partners, you can feel free to mute your cameras at this point. We'll call you back up in a couple of minutes. But for those of you in attendance, we want you to focus not on the PowerPoint slide. We want you to focus on our partners' cameras, because that's where the action is going to happen. And for that, I want you to see in your interface, in GoToWebinar, you have probably, as it stands right now, you have a ribbon of cameras up at the top. And then you have the PowerPoint slide in 2/3 or the bottom half of your page. I want you to click in this little, somewhat of a broader gray band, and click in the middle and drag it up and down. And then you will see the cameras get bigger and the slide smaller. Play with that a little bit, because again, we want you to see, feel, live this presentation through our partners' cameras, not through the PowerPoint presentation. That is there as a backup and for you to have a good idea of where they are, but the focus should be on their cameras, because we want you to get to know them, talk to them, and then see what's behind them. We will have a question and answer session at the end, so hang in there. And of course, there'll be some surprises. And then finally, I want to quicken your attention to on the right side of your screen, you should have some control panels with different rubrics. One of those should say handouts. Those are available right now, even though you will receive a recording, and we'll post this webinar on YouTube. The handouts are only available during this live presentation. So make sure our partners have provided some information for you. So make sure that that you download those right now. And I don't know, Caitlin, if I'm forgetting anything else, but with that, I'll hand it over to you. Everybody have a great webinar and bon appetit.
Thank you so much, Gabe. Well, I think we're actually going to start right off with a poll. So you are going to pull that up for me if you don't mind. And let's see. We just want to make sure that you are engaged right away here. We want to know really kind of how important is this culinary scene when you're booking a vacation for your client. We have a feeling it's probably super important because of the numbers of all the registrations for today. Like Tracy was saying, it's a pretty popular one. We're very excited. So we have lots of fun things to share. So let's just gauge everybody here and see how important it is. I think it's pretty apparent here. So we can probably close that one out, Gabe. What do we got? Let's show the results. Of course, I don't know about that not at all, but that's all right. So thanks so much for sharing that information with you. And let's move on to some good news, right? Because we like to stay optimistic in these webinars, right? We are at a point in time where we want to hear some good news. So this webinar is called Tastytravels, and that local brew looks pretty delicious, right, Gabe? I know that you are one of those local brewery connoisseurs here. So cheers.
It's my jam.
It's your jam, right? Okay. So cheers to this new year. I didn't get mine. I meant to, but cheers, right? Cheers to this new year and lots of good news ahead. So we're going to share here that fam trips, we are in planning mode. We have always been a fam-centric destination here, right? And we're bringing that back. We are ready. We are going to partner with ASTA, so stay tuned for a very creative opportunity coming up. And we also have some interesting events coming our way. We've got Global Travel Marketplace, Cruise 360 coming to destination. And so we're going to start planning some events fam related around them in July. So stay tuned for that. And now this next picture here, does anybody remember back when? Do we have anybody that was on this fam with me? This was years ago, but I must say it was probably one of our most popular events. It was post Cruise World, and we partnered with Chris, who's here with us today, at Psycho Party for a fun evening around Las Olas. I was a little bit sore the next day, but that's because it was before his fancy batteries that he added into the Cycle Party. He can tell you about those. But anyways, it was really fun, and it was a great way to get to know Las Olas and visit some different restaurants and bars in that area. So definitely fun times reminiscing there. So we're hoping that these pictures we're sharing with you are going to get you ready to come back for another fam with us. As you can tell, the partners on this webinar today are really just overall great partners in general. They're very engaged with the travel trade, and they know how important it is to be on webinars like this and to host clients with us. So these are some pictures when we brought clients last year at Steelpan. The other one is at Burlock Coast with a group from Brazil. I think we've got a little bit of feedback here. We're gonna have to see who's got, maybe. I'm gonna keep going anyways. I hope you can hear me all right. But we just really can't wait to get back and share some meals with you all. I don't think we'll be that close together maybe, but I'm just gonna say I can't stop thinking about the pork belly Benedict at Burlock Coast, the yuca fries with the mojo garlic at Steelpan, delicious. So stay tuned for some upcoming fam opportunities coming your way. We'll tell you how to be engaged with us if you are not already engaged. I think you're on this webinar, so you're engaged with us, but we'll tell you how to do that later as well. So our office has really been overall at Visit Lauderdale here. We've really been engaged with the foodie scene here, right? And we recently partnered with Greater Fort Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival, which will be held on March 17th to the 21st and of this year. That is the goal. So we partnered with them to showcase safe and clean restaurants throughout Broward in this really cool series called In the Kitchen. You can find it on our website on sunny.org, but you can also find it on YouTube on the Visit Lauderdale channel. But definitely you can learn more about Burlock Coast, for example, who we're going to talk about later. They were featured on an episode with Chef Paula De Silva. She did an interactive cooking lesson on how to make delicious Maine mussels. And if you've listened before, you know why that might be a personal favorite of mine, that little Maine connection. But definitely tune in. There's lots of great stuff. I'm sure they've got Steelpan coming up as well. And then, you know, if you're on that same website on sunny.org, you'll find a whole in the kitchen section, and you'll also find links to other articles and great resources for you to share with your clients, like the 3-day foodie itinerary that you can see here, and others like must-try seafood restaurants or indulging with fine dining in Greater Fort Lauderdale. So if you have clients interested in the foodie scene, which I have a feeling you do, or maybe yourself, definitely go check out these articles for more information. We're going to share more restaurant ideas for you with this webinar, but definitely check out those articles. They're really great tools. So as a reminder, when we discuss areas in Greater Fort Lauderdale, this is the map that we mean, right? So Greater Fort Lauderdale from Hallandale Beach up to Deerfield and out west. We have some great episodes coming up featuring more restaurants throughout the county as well. So stay tuned and don't be shy recommending your clients to go out and explore all of Broward County and all of Greater Fort Lauderdale, because there's a lot to find. Today, we're focusing a lot on Fort Lauderdale Beach area, but you'll see in these upcoming webinars that we have, there's a lot more to go out and explore. Now, of course, we've said this before, we have over 150 restaurants to choose from that are out here al fresco dining. Hopefully you've listened to some other episodes and understand the importance of water culture to us here in Greater Fort Lauderdale. It really is in our DNA here, and all of our restaurants, not only the outdoor ones, you know, the alfresco ones, but a lot of them are on the water, and they really showcase how important this water culture is for us. So definitely check out the list of alfresco dining options. And, you know, we wanted to stick in some beautiful photography here because it's a food, right? And this is a theme of the day, Tastytravels. So why not throw in some delicious food images here, right? I'm glad it's not during lunch. I already had something to eat, or dinner. I think I'll just get planning for dinner here, but I think I see some roasted cauliflower in here, maybe some scallops, but what I do see is a lot of color. And this is what you'll find here in Greater Fort Lauderdale. Diversity is all around, even in the food. So come on and learn a little bit more here with us. I'm going to finally stop talking here for a little bit, and I'm going to bring up our first panelists here. We have Danielle and Chef Kevin from the Sonesta live on property with us today. And I'm going to ask them to bring their cameras on. Hi, Danielle.
Hi.
Awesome. How are you today?
Good. How are you? Thank you for having us. We're
Yes.
very excited to show off the hotel today.
Awesome. I'm going to turn my camera off and let you take it away.
Okay. Thank you again, everyone, for being with us. We are a boutique-style hotel located on the north side of the Fort Lauderdale Beach. We have 240 guest rooms and 10,000 square feet of meeting space here at the hotel. All of our rooms are very unique in the fact that they all do face the Atlantic Ocean, or you also get a park and ocean view. So all of your clients will be very happy and no complaints over their views here at the hotel. The hotel is on the corner of A1A and Boulevard if you're working on it, about 15 minutes away from the Fort Lauderdale International Airport and Cruise Port. The location is ideal for leisure guests as we are across the street from the Fort Lauderdale Beach. Oh,
Danielle, I'm sorry to interrupt. Chef, can we ask you just to mute? I think we might have a little bit of feedback while Danielle is talking. And then we'll, okay, awesome, thank you.
I think that's better. So yeah, as I was saying, we do have a great location here in Fort Lauderdale that we have a lot of amenities and walking distance. So we are across the street from the beach, so everyone will get to enjoy their time at the beach, but also have some other opportunities to get out. We are situated between two parks, so we have the Bonnet House Museum and Gardens just next door to us. And then on the other side of the hotel, we have Taylor Birch State Park. And your guests will be able to rent kayaks, canoes, they can rent bikes. It's a nice place to jog or walk, see the intercoastal. There's also a water taxi stop inside of the park, as well as right behind the hotel. So it's very, very convenient. If you have any shoppers, anyone that's looking to do some shopping, the Galleria Mall is just a 10-minute walk right behind the hotel. And there's lots of shopping and dining options. So great, great location here at the Sonesta. A little bit more about our property. We just finished a $12 million renovation. So all of our guest rooms, hard goods and soft goods have all been finished, as long as all of our public spaces, and that included a full renovation of our pool deck, our lobby area, and we did just create a brand new fitness center. So any of your fitness enthusiasts will be very happy with the fitness center here on property. Our sleeping rooms, they do have, like I said, the ocean view and park view. We do have refrigerators, safes in the room, and Keurig coffee makers. They do not have to worry about taking chairs to the beach, as that is also staffed, so they get 2 chairs per day at the beach, so that's another convenience for them. We offer plenty of different room types depending on if it's a family coming or a couple coming or even a single traveler. So we have kings and rooms with 2 doubles. And we also have plenty of upgrades available with our junior suites or our master suite. I'm currently sitting in our master suite because I wanted to show you all the views from the hotel. And we're going to do a little bit of a walk around. So I'm sitting here, there's a large table. And I'm just going to kind of walk around so that you can see the views, which are beautiful today. You can see a beautiful day to be sitting out and enjoying some sunshine. And as we walk around here, I'm going to show you the park. So this is an ocean and park view. And that's going to be your University Park. Lots of activities. There's also a restaurant. It's a fantastic place to get some casual dining. I'm just going to walk around. This is kind of just an extra, if you can see it, living space. And then we have, obviously, a little bit bigger table to hang out here. This is going to be a king-size bed. And that's all of our rooms look like. So the bed and all of the furnishings are all the same in all of the rooms. And of course, your master suite has another beautiful, beautiful view of the ocean. So again, all of our restaurants, views, they do have wall windows, and then we also have upgrades that include the floor-to-ceiling wall-to-wall windows as well. And I am actually going to hand it over to Chef Kevin Baker so he can talk to you a little bit about our restaurant, Steelpan Kitchen and Bar.
Hi, I'm Chef Kevin from Steelpan Kitchen and Bar, located here at Sonesta, Fort Lauderdale. And I just want to, our restaurant is Steelpan, it's a Caribbean menu. And I just want to take one of her signature dishes, which is our Caribbean jerk wings. The look of it, the smell of it is so delicious. And also our island coconut shrimp taco, which is very, very delicious. And also our tropical splash, which is very, very beautiful. And our coco loco to try. Our restaurant is a 3-meal restaurant, open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And also our brunch, which is on Saturdays and Sunday, and happy hour 5 to 7. Come on in and experience. As you can see, the view that Daniel has just shown you, we have that view here at Steelpan Kitchen of our ocean. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Team Sonesta. That was great. Chef,
Thank
what
you.
was the name of that second drink? Something loco or what?
Coco Loco?
Looks delicious. Count me in. We can't hear you anymore, but we get the point. Awesome. Thank you so much. We love it. I love eating at Steelpan. I can't wait to come back, hopefully with a fam trip next time. So thank you so much, Danielle and Chef. And now it is absolutely. We'll stay around for questions and answers at the end, okay? So next up, just down the road a little bit from the Sonesta, we have Nicole here from the Ritz Carlton. And she, I believe, is staged up in a suite. And we've got Tatiana as well. She's the director of public relations, I believe, there as well. And they're going to tell us a little bit about the restaurant and their beautiful suites and how to book them. So take it away, Team Ritz Carlton.
Great. Thank you so much, Caitlin, for having the Ritz Carlton Fort Lauderdale join your wonderful team and the team from the Sonesta for this Tastytravels webinar. We're so thrilled to be with you today. And thank you so much to all of the travel advisors who have joined this afternoon. I'm thrilled to be here with you to tell you all about our gorgeous Ocean View Resort. We do have the best of both worlds here, because wherever you are at the Ritz Carlton Fort Lauderdale, you'll have a view of the water. You'll either have gorgeous ocean view rooms, or you'll have views of the intercoastal waterways. You'll see the multi-million-dollar homes in the distance, or you'll see the beautiful yachts passing by here in the yachting capital of the world in Fort Lauderdale. We're really thrilled to share with you that we completed a multi-million-dollar renovation of all of our 1, 2, and 3 bedroom residential suites, as well as our regular suites and rooms in late 2019. So the rooms are absolutely stunning. We brought in the blues of the ocean to fit in with our relaxed coastal nautical lifestyle here in Fort Lauderdale. And we also added new smart TVs in every room, as well as Nespresso machines and USB hubs for all of those who have multiple devices. I wanted to take you along a little journey of one of our two-room intercoastal residential suites, so that you can see that this really is ideal for a home away from home. We have a lot of residential suite requests because people are either working remotely or the kids are working virtually for school. So why don't you bring them along here? They can enjoy doing their studies during the day and then go to the beach in the afternoon. And you have a large living room area, and all of our residential suites also have kitchen facilities. So I'm going to take you along a little journey of our 2-bedroom suite, and then we'll be back with you. So you can see that you have a fabulous kitchen here with a stovetop microwave fridge, and you have a nice dining room area, as well as the living room. Beautiful view of the intercoastal waterway, and there goes the water taxi. What's wonderful is that our resort fee does include a trip on the water taxi, so that you can enjoy some of the history of Fort Lauderdale and have the ability to hop on and hop off, like stopping at Las Olas, which Caitlin mentioned earlier, have something to eat and then hop back on to come back to our resort. This is the 2nd bedroom, again with beautiful view. A half bath here, and then you have the 2nd bedroom. So once again, this is perfect for your home away from home. And you also have an excellent location, steps away from fabulous restaurants that. Yes, Caitlin?
Oh, no, we just had, you had got frozen for a moment.
You have, okay, thank you. Fabulous location close to Las Olas and fantastic attractions. And of course, we have Burlock Coast Restaurant, which offers ocean view dining, a farm to table concept, and an extensive patio overlooking the ocean, which is just exceptional for social distancing, and then also giving you the opportunity to see all of the activity on Fort Lauderdale Beach. So now it's my pleasure to hand it off to my colleague, Tatiana Laura, who is our Director of Public Relations, to tell you more about the wonderful food and beverage offerings that we have here at the Ritz Carlton, Fort Lauderdale. Thank you, Tatiana.
Thank you and good afternoon. Well, I know I'm not the chef. Our chef is busy cooking in the kitchen today, Chef Paula De Silva, but I'll tell you a little bit about Burlock Coast and really just kind of where the concept came from. Bill McCoy, which was a very popular rum runner in the Prohibition time, actually created a Burlock. It was a package that they used to smuggle rum from the Bahamas up to the East Coast. Fortunately for us during these days, especially during a pandemic, thank goodness we don't have to smuggle any type of rum or alcohol, right? So we're very lucky that we're not living in those times. But that's how the inception and the name of the restaurant came about. So a lot of the decor and the story behind it is about the Prohibition times. We have this beautiful rum room that we're now offering. We always offer private dinners there, but we're actually offering the Cove, which is an unlimited seafood experience with unlimited seafood as well as unlimited pours, which is a really nice private dining experience. And nothing is better than dining on the ocean. In terms of the food, it's all coastal, fresh. The chefs work a lot with local farms, you know, farms that are within 45 minutes to an hour away from the restaurant, fresh seafood, and also focusing on sustainability, which is really great. And again, just, you know, having this our restaurant is 3 meals a day, and you can enjoy it on the patio terrace at any time. We also have a marketplace for grab and go, interactive. You see the chefs preparing the seafood, shucking the oysters. We also have fresh juices, soups, salads, things of that nature, and a great little retail area for just some goodies if you want to pick them up on the go. The restaurant also offers a lot of different activity and programming. We have weekly happy hours, daily. We have our Valentine's Day dinner coming up, which is great. But just there's always something going on at the restaurant, and just looking for, you know, just having an offering innovative cuisine, but still yet approachable, and just, again, being able to enjoy that on the ocean. So we hope that you come on down and you share this with your clients, friends, family. Right now is the best time of year to come visit Fort Lauderdale. So we hope to see you here soon.
Thank you so much, Tatiana Nicole. I love it. I did not know the background of the name Burlock. I can't believe that. I've been there, 100 times. Look at that. You learn something new every day, right? Thank you. And I love all the different events you do there, and you really do a great job at trying to create new ideas on, why to come, besides the great views and the great food and all that, but, fun things to do there. So hats off to you. Cheers. That's great. And I think we had a comment in there, right, Gabe? I saw really quick. I'm not listening, watching the questions here. Gabe is helping out, and I know we've got a lot of them, but I did see something pop up. You've got the best burger at Burlock. So that's awesome. All right. Thank you, ladies. So next we have our play component here. So today we've got Chris from Paddle Pub and Cycle Party. It's basically two businesses in one. Chris has got a lot going on, and he's an amazing partner of ours. So Gabe, if you could move the slide over for me, and I'm going to let Chris take it away here. Chris, we want to make sure you've got your audio on.
I'm on now.
Awesome. Very good.
Well, my name is Chris. I am the owner and operator of two South Florida tour operations. One is called Cycle Party, the pedal-powered party on wheels, where we've been in Fort Lauderdale actually for almost 10 years. Also in Miami and West Palm Beach, but Fort Lauderdale is where I live and where I like to work. The beginning of this past year, we actually started a new concept called Paddle Pub. I'm actually on the boat right now. I'm going to give you guys a little tour. It is a 20-passenger pedal-powered paddle boat. You actually see this paddle wheel back here. It works with pedal power. There are 12 seats that actually pedal, 8 that lounge, some of the lounge seats, and a captain and mate that actually, that is, of course, in control of the vessel. We operate in the New River in downtown Fort Lauderdale and the Intracoastal. We offer everything from 2-hour charters, both by the seat or private. We are actually, as far as the food component, we do, pre-COVID, we did a lot of foodie-oriented tours, everything for corporate groups, bachelorette parties, birthday parties, family outings where we could stop off at a restaurant, set up a prefix menu for them, hang out there for 45 minutes to an hour, and then hop back on board the boat. Great thing about the boat too, it is BYOB. We don't serve anything, but the guests can bring whatever they want to drink. We have coolers down the center. We have cup holders. Of course, music with a ridiculous sound system. And we also have lights, LED lights everywhere on the boat if you want to do a night tour. We actually have the photo down there. You can see the lights. That was a group that we had at early evening. The other business, Cycle Party, is our pedal-powered land operating vehicle. That one holds up to 15 passengers with 10 seats that actually do the pedaling. As Caitlin said earlier, we did add an electric component, so we can accommodate everybody on the bikes, and it's still easy to move around. That one, we're actually just in talks right now with the local bars and restaurants to get started again and work out some good team building events, some bar stops. We're going to probably make a few park stops to keep it interesting. Other than that, yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chris. It's great. We love your product. And I know that you are a big supporter of the travel trade community. I've seen you at trade shows with your cycle party there, not the boat, but the cycle one on the trade show floor. So you're in it and I love it. And he's got some handouts. I think there was a little mishap with one of the handouts, but he's going to follow up with you for the paddle pub information so that you all can find out how to book with him and things like that. So awesome.
Hey,
Thank you so much. Yes.
This is Gabe. I have a question for Chris.
Uh-huh.
Chris, how does it work? Who gets to decide who paddles and who lounges around? How do we work that out?
You know, it depends. We always tell everybody on the bikes, first back to the bike gets the lounging seat, but you can everybody can take a round at pedaling. Of course, one thing I did not mention on the boat, we do have a motor because of the traffic that Fort Lauderdale sees, the Intracoastal sees. This is a Coast Guard inspected vessel. The motor is running at all times. However, the paddle is pretty effective. We pretty much add anywhere between 2 to 4 knots to whatever speed we're going. So, and I have lost the engine before we started operation, and I've had to pedal by myself, and it works. It really works.
That's awesome.
So.
Good stuff. I know. I like I said before, I was on that cycle party before on one of the older bikes that you had, and it was pure.
Still
pure
have that
power.
one. That one is still 100% pedal powered, and I'm going to keep it that way. But all my other bikes have some sort of electric component to it.
I did. I felt it the next day, but that's okay. I didn't feel it, in other places. So.
but you remember us.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you so much, Chris.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So.
Thank you guys.
Yes, absolutely. I'm sure we have some questions for you. So hang on tight. We're going to go to our next poll here, taking a little bit of take a break in our regular programming here. And before we go into the Dines section, we want to hear from you again. So Gabe, can you help me here and launch that second poll? There we go. All right. Do you mostly, let's see. It's interesting to see. I think there's a little bit of a mix here. I know that we've got a lot of people interested in that local cuisine, our Floridian cuisine here. Try some new options, or I've got my husband, he likes to eat he finds one place, he likes to stick there. So let's see, what do we got? Let's find out. Can you close it out, Gabe? Okay, see, eats where you recommend. That's good to know. All right, very interesting. I love it. Got some adventurous clients out there. So awesome. Thank you so much. So we decided to change it up this time, and we wanted to share some staff favorites, right? Because there's so many restaurants in the destination, which we have talked about. But let's add a little bit of personal connection and hear two kind of favorites from the three of us here. And we're going to start off with Tracy. So Tracy, let's see, what do you got?
All right, Caitlin, thank you. And thanks to all our partners. I'm kind of wishing I was live and on location with them. I'm seeing this beautiful day here. But this Kubo Asian street food is one of my favorites. And I would tell you, I do love to travel. I mean, I'm in this business for a reason. And when I'm at home, I'm kind of a homebody. And so I tend to stick close to my home, and my radius is about 1 or 2 miles out. But this is kind of a go-to for me. And the reason I want to share it with you too, because I think you'll be interested as well, is that it's actually on 17th Street. And for those of you that sail cruise probably know that's right there where the port is. It's very close. And so you'll be interested in this as well. And one of the reasons I love it is because of the takeout. But I will tell you, it is in a strip mall on 17th. And if you've been there, you know, it's not always all that exciting there. But I will tell you, don't be deterred by that, because once you're inside, it's cozy. It is small, but the menu is large and wonderful. The prices are reasonable. The service is fantastic. And seriously, this is some very, very good Asian fusion food. And my go-to, just in case you're wondering, they have a 17th Street roll that I love in their Thai tea, which is a big treat. So that's that one. And my second one, I think, Gabe, if you can, is this Brew Urban Cafe. And in keeping with my not wandering too far, this is actually very close to my office. We are in the downtown area. And it's actually in a little area. It's just a little bit north of where I am right now, called Fat Village, the Flagler Art and Technology area. We've talked about that area before. It's very artsy, technology, obviously. And this is, I want to tell you about this location too, because it's a little hard to find, but it is in Fat Village. It sits in this little strip that's really cool where some artists are, and it's in the back part of a building. But you can see this picture over here on the right with the books. It truly does feel like what you would love for your living room to look like, perhaps. Wish mine did. But it feels like home. And I will tell you, they have some fantastic offerings for coffee if you're a coffee person. Definitely a great place to go get a coffee and meet up with friends and chill out a little bit. But it's also a great little bar too. So morning, middle day, evening as well. So those are my tips. I'm going to turn it over to, I'm not sure who's next.
Gabe, we got Gabe coming up next. And this is an area where you can maybe make your screen a little bit larger so you can see the presentation and see some of those images. You don't need to keep on seeing our faces.
So I'll second Tracy's choices, both great. And we are lucky because Brew Urban Cafe is close to our office, so we can walk there anytime we're in the office. So they have live music at nights on the weekend, so it's a great place. But Tiki Tiki is, it used to be Jimbo's Sandbar. It is a place that sits right on the Intracoastal Waterway, right on the border between Hollywood and Dania Beach. It's one of our, Caitlin mentioned our water culture. And so this is one of those places where you can dock and dine. It's one of those experiences that has made us famous. Great place to watch the sunset, although you can go there for lunch or dinner. Nice bar outside, tables spread out outside as well. Perfect Floridian menu with a mix of seafood, pork, meats, fruits, spices, herbs. So you can have a bowl of clams like you see in the picture, but you can also, I went there, we went there for the holidays, and I had the tuna bowl, the tuna salad bowl. So it's for those of us who are on a low carb diet or something like that. Great options there, great beers on tap, great cocktails by the water. And of course, then you can get to see all the kinds of boats, all the kinds of sizes and shapes that we have here. Great place for lunch, dinner, brunch, or a sunset cocktail. Highly recommend it. And then I have to be careful with this one. I have to use my language skills for this because the name is What the Pho. Pho is a Vietnamese dish, which, by the way, I didn't know this, but the folks at What the Pho told me that this dish actually started as medicine. So it is a very hearty bone broth with pork bones and beef bones, and they add some clove and cinnamon, and then they serve it with rice noodles, and you can put all kinds of proteins on it. You can do meats, you can do seafood, you can do a combination of them all. And then they top it with some herbs and bean sprouts and cilantro and Thai basil. And it is absolutely delicious, right in the heart of Wilton Manor. So you can have a nice hearty bowl of soup there and then just walk around the strip a little bit. Those of you who are familiar with that area will know Wilton Manors will sound familiar. Great place to park your car for a little bit, go have some food at What the Pho, and then walk around, enjoy the shops, the stores, the galleries that you will find in Wilton Manor. So highly recommend it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Gabe. Those are great. So, you know, Gabe is on this like no carb and healthy thing here, and I'm the opposite. So you can see my mind here. I'm pretty much an open book. You probably know me by now. And this place is very special to my husband and I. We have been going there for about 15 years now. It's called Noodles and Panini. It's on Las Olas Boulevard. Many of you probably have, some people haven't even seen it, even though you've been on Las Olas Boulevard, because it's small. They go unnoticed sometimes. You just got to have about 4 tables outside and a handful inside, but they have a great kitchen. This kitchen has homemade Italian food, and it brings us back year after year. It's definitely our special place to go. We love visiting there. They actually have delicious carrot cake for some reason at this Italian place, but we love that. And we love, they're very accommodating at adding, I love to add some goat cheese to my homemade pasta. And they have these giant meatballs that I bring home as well. And it's just a great Italian restaurant. So the opposite of Gabe and his no carb kick, but that's okay. And then my next pick is up in northern Fort Lauderdale. It's really more near like Lauderdale by the Sea area. These images from the restaurant, it really feels like you're in a true tropical oasis here. It's gorgeous. And I actually had my first dinner there when I was at a fam trip a couple of years ago, and I just fell in love with this restaurant. They opened back in 1974, so they've got a lot of history, and you can just feel it in the bones there. You can feel in the bones of the restaurant and their menu. It's a classic. They've got classic dishes, but they have like some modern flair with it. They're, of course, a lot of seafood, because of their location. They're open for lunch, dinner, Sunday brunch. Great place for that. Private events. In my opinion, it's really a special occasion style restaurant and one that should really be on your client's itinerary. Great for like honeymoons, for couple travel. I love going there, and it's just a beautiful location. So definitely one, and independent as well. So definitely put that one on your list with your clients. And I think that brings it down. We're gonna go rather quick through this other information here because we have a lot of questions. You guys have been so dynamic here with all kinds of questions for our partners. So just, bringing it back to the basics here, and this is really basic for us now. The Safe and Clean Pledge has over 600 businesses in Greater Fort Lauderdale signed up, and it's really of paramount importance to us here in the destination. So when you're booking your client's next getaway, make sure you check out the list of businesses that have signed up here in the destination for the Safe and Clean Pledge. It's really important, as you know. And then we've also created this video that we did a couple months ago now to help put you and your client's mind at ease for getting back to travel. Make sure you check it out. It's on our YouTube channel. It's on our Travel Trade website. And of course, it's on our Travel Agent Academy site. So if you have not taken our course yet, which I have a feeling all of you had because you're so engaged and you love Greater Fort Lauderdale, and but make sure you have requested your access to our private Facebook group, because that's important. And you can advertise to all your clients that you are a true specialist of Greater Fort Lauderdale. And I'm going to go really quickly. Junior Ambassador Program. We created this back a couple months ago to stay engaged with those little ones, the middle schoolers and elementary students that want to become ambassadors of our beautiful destination. And we're thinking of some more creative ideas to extend on with this program, but definitely check it out. And then next coming up, we have season 3 continues on. We've got a lot new content to share with you. Registration will be on our website and it will be sent out in a follow-up email. So lots of great new topics and new information to keep you engaged in the destination. And as I mentioned earlier, if you want to stay extra engaged with us, follow us on Instagram and on Facebook on Leisure Lauderdale. So this is our global travel trade area to stay engaged with you. Different from our Visit Lauderdale, we would encourage you to follow them as well. Visit Lauderdale, that's more for the consumer based, but definitely say hi to us on Leisure Lauderdale. And like I said, I wanted to keep it short so we can answer all of your questions, and then we do some fun prizes. So Gabe, what do you have here for questions? And maybe our partners can turn that camera on.
We have a lot of questions, so bear with me while I get situated here. Thank you everyone for participating. We do appreciate your engagement. Let's see, we did have some comments too. So people who love Sonesta and Steelpan and the Ritz and Burlock Coast. Bear with me for just a moment. So Caitlin, a question for us about FAMs. Do we have any dates on the calendar, and do you need to be a member of ASTA to participate?
In the upcoming one, it's soon, very, very soon that we're going to be releasing that. And it will be on the ASTA website, and we will announce it as well. So in April, we do not have the set dates. It's probably going to be a Monday through Thursday, not during the holiday time period, but you do need to be a member of ASTA for that particular one. But as I mentioned, this will be the first one of hopefully a couple more that we're going to plan for the rest of the year.
Then another question for us, and maybe Tracy, Caitlin, we can discuss this, but there was somebody was wondering if you have folks who drive from the Carolinas, from people who visit from North and South Carolina, and then if we can talk a little bit about Port Everglades. Just maybe we can give a couple of remarks about that.
Well, we are going to have our pre and post cruise webinar coming up in season 4. That will be sooner rather than later. It's still very fluid. Tracy, do you want to share anything? I think you probably all know what we've been hearing too, but.
Well, I think everybody knows that it's, the cruise lines have come out and they've given us May as dates for potential launches. But, it's, as you well know, those dates are fluid and move, but we're hopeful. We're very hopeful that that's reality. We see cruise ships here in our port, and they are going through all the protocols now that's required of them to do test runs and so forth. I see them almost every day. So that's exciting in of itself, that we do see the ships here, and they're doing the proper things to be able to launch some cruises, we hope, in May.
So more news. We'll have more news to share soon.
Yes.
Team Sonesta. There's a question about a walkway to the beach. If there's a private walkway, how does it work?
So there's not a private walkway to the beach, but there are 2 crosswalks right in front of the hotel. So there's actually two lights and 2 crosswalks that you can go across to the beach.
All right, a question for the Ritz. Does the second bedroom have a choice of having 2 queens or 1 king, or is it just one layout?
Thank you for the question, Gabe. So in our 2-bedroom residential suites, we do have some that offer 2 beds in one of the rooms and a king in the other room, the master. And in our 3-bedroom residential suites, we do have all of the rooms with king size beds. However, all of our residential suites also offer a full-size pull-out sofa, so you can accommodate another family member or guest in the living room area.
Quick fun question for both hotels, and then I'll throw Chris in here, and maybe Chris, think about one of your recommendations for eating out, and then to the teams at the hotels, what are your favorite dishes at each of your restaurants?
I like that one. Who's gonna
Well,
start?
I'll jump in. I'll go ahead and I'll jump in. This is a really tough question because I love it all. But the tuna poke is definitely one of the fan favorites, served with crispy fried tostones. Tostones are plantains. So that's definitely one of my favorites. But sometimes I just really go for the catch of the day with beautiful vegetables and crispy yuca. And the fish is always so fresh, which I really, really love. So I would say if you're going to go visit, my favorite is the catch of the day, but also the tuna poke for those visiting the restaurant for the first time. Don't forget dessert, by the way. We have a new pastry chef and a new dessert menu, so don't forget dessert.
So a visit is due. Nicole, how about you?
Well, Gabe and everyone, we have a fabulous brunch that I know you and Caitlin and Tracy have enjoyed. And Gabe, I don't know if you remember when we had the International Fam and we had some particular travel advisors from Germany. Well, one of them was absolutely obsessed with our French toast, which is now become renowned. It's 2 large pieces of bread with cream cheese in the middle, and then they caramelize either apples or peaches, top that bread and the cream cheese with the caramelized apple or peaches, and then a lovely dollop of whipped cream, and it's absolutely to die for. It's like a dessert. You don't need anything else after that, but that would probably have to be the favorite and one that people always enjoy. Our travel advisor from Germany said he was actually willing to move and work at our hotel if we could guarantee that he could have that every day.
And she asked me if I remember that. Folks, would you forget? It's delicious. Danielle, how about you?
Yeah, so I would have to start with our artichoke dip for starter. And then I love our mahi-mahi sandwich. That's very, very good. And a lot of people really like our snapper. So we have a full snapper that's on the menu, and that's a very hot item, as well as all those chicken wings that Chef Kevin showed you earlier. Those are a big winner as well.
Yeah, those are jerk chicken wings, right?
Yeah, they are. Yes,
Yes,
and they're
yes.
probably actually they are the best I've ever had. Yeah, they're very, very good.
Love it. Awesome. Do we have any other questions?
Yeah, so while I look for another one, Chris, how about a recommendation from you, somewhere where you stop on your paddle pub?
So, I think one of my favorites, and it's actually it's fairly new. It's in a super yacht marina, Lauderdale Marine Center, called Yacht, Y-O-T. I don't know if anybody else has been there yet, but it is a fantastic outdoor seating. I know at the beginning of last year they reopened up. They built out a really cool bar on the dock, right nestled in between all these super yachts. It is pretty cool place for people to visit, and it's definitely off the beaten path. It's a little hidden gem. And the same owners that own that also own a Runway Cafe or is it Runway Cafe?
Yeah.
Over at the airport. Yeah. I would say that is probably one of my favorite little waterfront spots right now.
Nice tip. Nice tip.
Very good.
Another question for you, Chris, and then to the hotels. There's a question, Chris, about whether your services are commissionable. And then to the
Of course.
hotels, if you can talk about your day fees, resort fees, parking fees, all that, please.
So definitely we have an affiliate program. I know in the Cycle Party handout that's in here, my contact information is in there. I just need a little bit of information from you guys, and I will set you up in our booking platform. We use Fair Harbor. If any of you are familiar with the Fair Harbor booking platform, it's super easy to get you set up in there. You can actually make reservations yourself. Paddle Pub is currently on another platform. I'm switching actually over the next couple weeks. But yes, definitely for both those companies, they are commissionable, and I can definitely add you to the affiliate program. Please reach out to me, and I'll also reach out to you guys afterwards when I get the emails.
Great. Thank you so much.
Hotels, resort fees?
Nicole touched on that a little bit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Our resort, sorry, go ahead, Caitlin. Did you want to say something? Okay, so our resort fee is $45 per night, and it includes a tremendous amount of value. So you do have one ticket on the water taxi per day, and that again gives you the opportunity to go through the Intracoastal Waterway. You'll learn a little history of Fort Lauderdale and hop on and hop off. You also get 2 beach chairs and an umbrella on the gorgeous Fort Lauderdale beach right in front of us. You also get 2 lovely drinks at our pool area or at the bar at Burlock Coast, and we specialize in rum cocktails, so please come and try those out. Internet, phone calls, of course, access to the fitness center, and bottled water is also included in our resort fees. So there's quite a bit of value in the resort fee that is offered on a nightly basis, in addition to all of the other facilities that we have at the hotel.
Great. And you, Danielle?
Yeah, so our resort fee here at the Sonesta is $35 per day, and that includes 2 beach chairs at the beach, which is staffed. And then you also get 2 bottles of water each day per room. You also get 20% off F&B, that's excluding alcohol, unfortunately, but in Steelpan, and that's for lunch and dinner. So that's a great value. You also get complimentary phone calls in your room and complimentary Wi-Fi. If you're a Sonesta Travel Pass member, you do get complimentary upgraded Wi-Fi if that's important to you, or you can sign up at the front desk for that as well. And I know a lot of our travelers right now, it's a little mix of business and leisure, or they're all working from home, so it's a very important thing, but we have great Wi-Fi here at the hotel.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I think there was a couple more questions about specific names and listings and emails. So there will be a follow-up email automatically generated with this video that you can use. It will be sent in a couple of hours, and it will have registration for the next webinar, as well as the participants, the panelists' name and email on there. But then also Gabe and I will send a follow-up email to you all, and we can list out, since you're all very interested in, which is fabulous, in the names of the restaurants that we recommended and things like that. So we can help you with that, so you don't have to listen through it again if you don't want to. So we will go ahead and send that to you. That will probably help you all a little bit more. And now should we go on to some prizes, Gabe?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. I think we're gonna start with Sonesta, right?
Yes, we have 3 prizes to give away, and you will need to answer these questions correctly. You can only win 1 time. All right, so you can only win 1 prize. So thank you to all the partners for granting these prizes. Let's start with Sonesta. How many, if I pay attention, you have to type the answer on the questions.
Oh, yeah, and this one you might, I'm not sure if she mentioned it, but it's also could be in the handout. She did. Okay,
no,
great.
She did. I heard it.
Right.
I heard it. So how many? You ready? You ready? How many rooms does the Sonesta have? My
Oh my
goodness.
goodness.
Some people,
So
this is for a
quick.
one-night stay, including breakfast and no daily fee. And folks, we do have the correct answer already.
Lots of you. Let's see. Who was the first one? Adrian Sasson.
That's right.
All right.
240. 240. That's the correct answer. Good job.
Congratulations, Adrian.
Everybody remember the unforgettable French toast mentioned by Nicole with the cream cheese filling in between and then the caramelized apples on the top with a dollop of all that. You have from the Ritz Carlton breakfast for two at Burlock Coast. If you answer this correctly, please mention one thing that makes the Ritz Carlton Fort Lauderdale the best of both worlds. Best of both worlds.
Good answer. Their beds is awesome, but not the winner. I think we got one. And let's see, we've got who do we have there? Kristen Pfeiffer.
There you go.
Awesome. Kristen, congratulations. We will reach out to you
Correct.
via email.
Yes, you can see both the Atlantic Ocean and the Intracoastal Waterway. So you can see east and west from the hotel. And then finally, for those of you who are exercise minded while you drink, or if you get there quickly, you get to the lounging chairs. You have 4 complimentary tickets for the paddle pub. Thank you, Chris. That's if you can answer this correctly. How many pedal stations does the paddle pub have? Oh my goodness, you folks are quick.
No kidding. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Wow. We gotta go through this.
I
Let's
know.
see. Oh my goodness. You got so many answers here. I gotta scroll up.
I think
He was the first one.
Francine Shapiro gave the right answer. The correct answer.
Francine.
Yes, 12 pedal spots on the paddle pub. So congratulations, Francine. There you go. There they are.
Congratulations. Awesome. And that is it for today. Thank you all so much. We really appreciate it. You're all so dynamic. And stay tuned for February 11th. Right, Gabe, Tracy?
That's right.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, partners, for everything.
Thank you.